What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. We live in modern society, in modern times, but humans are still humans, and we tend to like people who speak to us from a position of power and paternalism. That's why Americans loved Donald Trump, okay? And that is why we love Malcolm X. It's the tonality that they use when they're speaking about something. They speak with power. And Umar Johnson is a very paternalistic type of speaker. He speaks as if he is up there. This is one of the reasons why he refers to himself as the Prince of Pan-Africanism. And he talks even in third person. He refers to himself as Dr. Umar Johnson. He doesn't say like, I would like to meet you. He says Dr. Umar Johnson would like to meet you. So that's how much of himself, that's how highly he thinks of himself. Now I want to use that paternalistic nature and go back to this particular clip about black men and interracial dating, all right? And I'll come back.
Had a lot of conversations with people about this topic, a lot of heated debates. People want to know, can you be pro-black and date outside your race?
Marriage is a business. When you get married, you commit your mind, your body, your heart, your soul, your savings, your estate, your wealth. You commit that to that person you're married to. See, when you marry, you don't marry an individual, you marry into a race. You marry into a community. So I didn't marry a Jewish woman, I married into Jewish society. I didn't marry an Asian woman, I married into an Asian family. There's no way you can claim to love black people, especially as a black man, knowing that only 1 out of every 4 black women will get married in her lifetime. We have the lowest female marriage rate in the country, 25%. That means 75% of black women will never ever know what it feels like to be proposed to. And if you care about the black community, you got to care about saving the black family, because the family is the essential institution of a community. And the only way you can save a family is to build a family. You can only build a family with a black woman. Absolutely not. You cannot talk black and sleep white.
Now, in that clip, he talks about, there are too many black women who will never be married, who will never have a husband. So why are these black men going out and dating somebody out of the community? That I can't disagree with. It's a great point. For those who want to be in the community. I mean, like I said, those who want to examine interracial relationships. I feel like at times we are wasting our time talking to them because they've already left. I just have a problem with those brothers who talk real bad about the community as they go out there and deal with other groups. But of course, it's a part of the game. It's what happens. Okay? It's what happens. But now I want to deal with this. Okay? Brother Mark Cruz has responded to Dr. Umar Johnson's incoming stitch, and you can find him on 1080 Sounds on TikTok. I'm going to play that clip and then I'm going to come back.
1 out of every 4 black women will get married in her lifetime.
Nobody knows that answer better than you, Umar. Because after all, you made 2 single moms by having 2 kids out of wedlock. And since you want to say that a lot of black women are not going to get married, you're one of those men that's not going to marry neither one of them. Because like you said, marriage is a business. And since you want to say that black men need to be held accountable for women's bad choices, then we need to put your ass in that conversation too. Isn't it fair to say that the 2 women that you was fornicating with, not being married to none of them, would look at you as a poor selection? Because we know that you ain't gonna marry any of them because you said marriage is a business.
So guys, I want you to listen to what he's saying. Dr. Umar Johnson, if we're dealing with the topic of black men being a poor selection as a topic, not an ad hominem, Dr. Umar can have that argument. But what we can do as black men is we can concede that argument and say, Dr. Umar Johnson, you are right. Black men could be a poor selection. But then the rebuttal for that would have to be, Dr. Umar Johnson, are you a poor selection? Now you have made 2 single moms. You're a man that is begging for cash apps. You are a hypocrite to your own message. You're not a builder of the black community in any ways. You are not any kind of man that a woman can aspire to want to be with. You talk like that. You talk very good. But like the old folks say, you writing a check that your ass can't cash. And again, I gotta just be real with the guy. Like guys like this in the pro-black community, you know, when people want to signify us, it's never the good black men that we're signifying, that are significant, or identifying rather. The guys with the loudest voices in the room are guys like Dr. Umar, and they're guys way better than me, you know, way better than Dr. Umar. Guys who are married, guys who are building communities, guys who fund projects, guys who don't need to beg, guys who spend their own money investing in things, you know, which is that Dr. Umar Johnson don't have that history. He don't invest in nothing, all right? But then again, you're talking about being a poor selection when you are a poor selection, and you expect that you're going to go ahead and get black men, that you're gonna get black men to want to somehow change their ways when you are the statistic that you're talking about. And this is why a lot of black men don't really deal in the pro-black community. They don't really deal in the black church. The reason why they don't deal is because of the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy is blatant, guys. I'm gonna be real. The hypocrisy in the pro-black communities are so blatant. And the black church, so blatant. It's so blatant. And as a man, I don't even have any kids. But imagine I have 2 single moms out there and I'm talking to black men about being a poor selection. How in the hell do I think I'm going to reach black men talking like that? How do you feel? Like, do you know how dumb you got to be? Do you know how stupid you got to be to believe that some black man going to listen to you talking about interracial relationships when you yourself don't? Like, for men, it's very important that you live what you're talking about. If you want to lead men, this is why Umar Johnson has a female audience. He can't lead men. Men are not gonna follow somebody that we feel is a fraud, that we feel is not doing the right thing. Because integrity is very big for men. It's very big. I'm not saying it's not big for women, but it is very big for men. It's very big. You should be able to do what you're talking about as a man. That's very important for us. And if you cannot, it's a problem. Brothers don't want to hear that. Black men don't want to hear nothing that you got to say if that's not you. All right? We don't want to hear it. And that's why Dr. Umar has so many, in my honest opinion, he's lost so much support from brothers over the years. You know, like I remember when guys used to try to defend Dr. Umar. Okay? In what way? I'm gonna tell you. Dr. Umar, when he got caught up with the conscious stripper, remember what guys were saying? Oh man, he's single. He's supposed to be able to do whatever he want to do. At the same time, lying, saying he was celibate. And what black men didn't understand at that point was, if he would lie about that, what else would he lie about? Then brothers started getting the hint. Brothers started getting the hint. And brothers stopped messing with Dr. Umar. They got the hint. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all you do, Square the Bill. We're out.